Hi guys, my name is Lim. I'm a tester, and a couple of weeks ago I saw Richard give his talk about the flawed model at LTG, and I then watched his subsequent whiteboard testing video about the same topic. I watched it a few times. It was quite interesting, and I thought I'd share some of my thoughts about it in the form of a video response. Unfortunately, I don't have all the fancy whiteboard gear yet, so we're gonna go a little ghetto. So after watching Richard's video, I thought I'd draw up some of the scenarios that went through in my head. So this was my first thought, um, and I was thinking that if you spend time testing rather than writing your checks, or spending more time doing testing, then your knowledge will grow, and at the same time, obviously, the system will grow as well. And these, following its natural progression, would pretty soon outstrip your checks that you have. You may still be writing checks, but maybe not as many as you would if you did it all the time. So I thought that was interesting when I drew it up because then you see all this white space here everywhere. So that was my first thought. So after that first thought, I then sort of thought a bit more and thought what would happen or what would the model look like in a place where you actually spend a lot of time writing your automation checks, um, and had very good planning, hypothetically speaking. And so your checks really covered quite a lot of what you knew about the system. So it's the system here. And so the growth between the checks and the knowledge will be very close. And then this area, the gap between them will be small. And the system will grow at a certain pace. Um, I drew this up and then realized that given the scenario I'm describing, this diagram probably doesn't depict it quite right because if that was the case, then your knowledge would be much closer to the boundary of the system as well. So that was a thought. And then this led me to my third thought. So after drawing up the diagram for that second thought, I then realized it wasn't quite right. Because in reality, this is how I feel. Um, Pretty much all of the time, where you have the system and you have the combined knowledge of the team or everybody, a bit less than a system, and then you have the dotted line, which is what I know about the system, which is a subset of the knowledge, and then what I check. And then, then I'll do my exploratory testing and whatnot. And in fact, I guess if this was a team, then hopefully you would have other teammates that would also have um, knowledge about the system that you both share, or you knew and they didn't know, or they knew and you didn't know, vice versa. So there may be another dotted square here in a team where they may cross, they may not cross if maybe communication is not the greatest, or somebody missed a meeting and you know something that they don't know and they know something that you don't know. So I thought this is closer to my reality. And still you had these spaces. So, and this is my last and final thought I think about this while I dwell on it more to see what else I can come up with. So after thinking about it even a little bit more, and I started thinking about all these spaces between the gaps and really more the area. And initially I thought it was maybe to do with the gaps, but then I thought these are more areas. And I was wondering if maybe there's a balance to be struck between the amount of exploratory testing and, well, basically other sort of testing apart from automation, um, to to boost your knowledge, but also you still need your checks, your automation checks. So I started wondering whether, I mean, it would be great if you could measure the area of your knowledge and also the area of your checks, so your coverage of the two, and work out the ratio. Because then, if you had um, divide one by the other, you should end up with the fat quotient. I wonder, you know, fat quotients aside, I was wondering whether maybe there would be a appropriate range, I guess, and what the appropriate range would be, and also how you could possibly come up with this. So that's something to think about. Um, and maybe there's something there, maybe there isn't. But anyways, so those are my thoughts about um, Richard's presentation. Thanks for watching. Bye.